Welcome to the Danger Zone. It's Ashley. Everything in my video was found on a public domain. Lots of love and many blessings your way. This was pointed out by somebody in the comment section. I'm sorry I didn't get your name, but I certainly appreciate you. Thank you. You guys, this goes absolutely hand in hand with everything we've talked about in the past regarding Harry and Meghan and their behavior. Almost like he can't control himself. He's so hopped up, you know what I mean? He was flailing his hands around, talking a mile a minute, and she was like waiting for a spot to jump in and rescue the situation. And she did. As it was shared with me, they have supposedly put their own financial backing into the South African tour. And I guess it takes money to make money. And they have hit the ground running, certainly, since they've arrived in Africa. Guess what happened the moment they showed Archie? They made sure the press knew exactly what outfit he was wearing, where it came from, and how much it cost. They've earned so much money and so many kickbacks just by introducing Archie to South Africa. Their intentions gross me out. They should never use their child, not to make $1. Anyway, she ended up going to this Mothers to Mother group. This group helps HIV positive women give birth to healthy babies. Well, Meghan gets there and everybody's sitting in a group in their chairs. And she gets down on the floor. She didn't bring Archie, mind you. This would have been a perfect spot if it were me to bring my child, since I showed him off to everybody just the days before. As a matter of fact, why wouldn't you bring your child to a place full of babies? So she tells everybody once she gets on the floor herself, y'all need to come down here, sit on the floor. These women were looking at her like, are you crazy? And they reluctantly got on the floor. It's a tradition for people in mourning. The women are to sit on the floor. So they reserve sitting on the floor for special things such as funerals. So sitting on the floor being part of their tradition, you can imagine maybe the disrespect they felt, and maybe that's why they were hesitant. Aside from it not benefiting them to sit on the floor, just her, photo op. Keep in mind she lured these people there with the idea of her giving out Archie's clothes. And who wouldn't show up for free baby clothes, especially when you're struggling as a parent? It's so disgusting because, in my opinion, she just baited them. She dangled these clothes in front of them, getting them to show up, and then demanding they sit on the floor because it looks good to the media. Another thing that looks extremely good to the media is when she kissed the hand of a 9-year-old girl. Ask yourselves this. In the event there were no onlookers, no video cameras, no pictures, do you think she would have bent down and kissed that child's hand? The media's already said that she and Harry both came there with the idea of dressing down, taking her bulky jewelry off. That was her excuse, by the way, for removing her big gaudy rings and recycling her clothes from a year ago as to be more approachable, more relatable, more common to people. And that ain't nothing more than a mind game. And keep in mind that the outfit that they're showing off from H&M that Archie's modeling was certainly not an outfit that his personal stylist chose. Yes, he has a personal stylist. So gross. It's already been leaked out that this tour will remedy their poor reputation and change everybody's views as to who they are as a couple. So fake, disingenuous. And that was their mindset coming in. That's why they're so extra. Speaking of extra and a little strange, check this out. All sorts of big names showed up for Misha's wedding over there in Rome. Paul McCartney, he's kind of a legend. But one stood out above the rest. So up comes this dark tinted windowed limousine. All of a sudden somebody hops out and the driver covers his complete face with an umbrella. All you see is sort of a side profile, the back of his head and ears, all but wearing a ski mask, this joker was. And he walks off. And I know that walk anywhere. It was an over-exaggerated Markus Anderson walk. Why in the world is he covering himself up? Why is he too good to be shown coming to Misha Nonu's wedding? What in the world do you think he has to hide? I bet I know. I also wanted to point something out real fast. Take a look at this. Harry acted really strange around Archie the other day. At one point, he went to grab the child's arm and Meghan flailed around, not wanting him to touch Archie. I don't know what that's about. I've always thought that he loved children. He seems to be really taken to little kids. Always very kind and compassionate is how I've seen him. Yet he doesn't know how to interact with his own child. That's a huge red flag to me. I'd like to know what's going on. His expression speaks volumes in this picture. Rumor has it she's actually charging for the speeches that she's handing out. As it was told to me, she's gone as far as charging 5 figures per head to have a 30-minute lunch with people, and she made $250,000 from it. And she's pretty convincing when she gives her speeches, but at the end of the day, why is it her bottom line is all that matters?
I'll see you soon and we'll talk fast. Y'all stay safe and be blessed.